DogWorks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dogworks. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com. You are listening to The Daily Dog with your host, Michele Forto. The Daily Dog offers training advice, tips and tricks, and maybe even a book or movie review, too.
Hello and welcome to DogWorks Radio. This is Michele. I am the lead trainer at Alaska Dogworks, where we train dogs for obedience, service, therapy, and more. Did you hear about the new Adventure Dog Club? What? You haven't? Well, let me tell you about it. Adventure Dog Club is a very cool training opportunity where you can work with your canine buddy to earn merit badges for your dog for activities like hiking, trail running, canine first aid, and more. Stay tuned to future podcasts for more details. I will admit it, we are late to the party. We did not start watching Game of Thrones until the day after the series ended. That's right, somehow for the last 8 years, we were living under a rock and never watched the show. But now we are knee-deep into Season 1, and right out of the gate, we meet the dire wolves in the first episode. They are cute and awesome, right? Not so fast. If you are a regular listener, then you probably know a couple things about us already. We are dog trainers, and we are dog mushers with a whole pack of real-life dire wolves in the form of Alaskan and Siberian Huskies. Did you know the dire wolves, oversized, powerful wolves, were once real? About 300,000 years ago, they roamed the Americas. Their fossils are scattered across North and South America, from Virginia to the Las Vegas Strip. The species is scientifically known as Canis dirus, and they weren't much larger than today's modern gray wolf. In Game of Thrones, the wolves were played by northern Inuit dogs, a crossbreed related to Huskies and German Shepherds that were selectively bred to resemble wolves. It is not surprising people wanted them, or something like them. The closest thing to resemble the wolves is the Siberian Husky. Their shaggy fur, pointed ears, and wolf-like features make them near-perfect examples of the dire wolves on the show. Siberian Huskies are high maintenance. Believe me, I know firsthand. We have one dog, Reagan, that we call the diva of the sled dog kennel. She wants it her way, and she will tell you so. These dogs also have an innate need to run, a lot. We once had a female Siberian named Sienna that ran for more than 30 miles when she escaped the yard. If these dogs don't get the exercise they need, they can be destructive. Many people buy them without doing any of their research, which results in a lifestyle crash. Look around on social media and you will see, sadly, many husky puppies for sale. Some people post online saying they have dire wolf dogs available, $500 and ready to go. A quick Google search for this podcast turned up countless dire wolf kennels. Many of these dogs are sold to unsuspecting buyers, and they don't realize what they are getting into. It is a recipe for disaster. Many of these dogs are being given up and dumped in shelters. This is especially the case now that the show has ended. Rescues around the country are busy answering phone calls and emails from people that want to rehome their huskies. It has become a dire situation that is out of control, and that is not a pun that I use lightly. This is not the first time something like this has happened. It is called the media effect. The same thing happened when 101 Dalmatians was released, when the little Jack Russell Terrier named Eddie melted our hearts on the TV show Frasier, along with Air Bud, Beethoven, and many more. Just like the direwolves on Game of Thrones, the emotional appeal becomes an impulse-driven purchase in a society where we want the latest and greatest of everything. Now that Game of Thrones is over and the novelty wears off, what is going to happen? Those rapidly breeding for profit will see a reduction in demand, and then we have an issue of what is going to happen to all of these dogs. Some words of advice. Never buy a dog on impulse. A dog is a lifetime commitment that can last for 10 to 15 years, far longer than most shows on TV. Secondly, if you are in the position and you have the resources available, we encourage you to adopt one of these many dogs that are in rescues and shelters around the country. In the right home with an educated owner, they can make wonderful companions. I have owned Siberians since 1987, and to me, there is nothing more magnificent than seeing them do what they are born to do. Lastly, just because Game of Thrones has ended, don't cancel your training plans for your dog. Unlike many are doing and canceling their subscription to HBO, your dog will benefit from training in the future. If you have questions or comments about Siberian Huskies or other northern breed dogs, shoot us a message on our social media pages. Thanks for listening, and be sure to check out our website at alaskadogworks.com.
From DogWorks Radio, this is The Daily Dog. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your host is Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto. Created for DogWorks Radio. Did you know that Alaska DogWorks trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michele Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska DogWorks on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.